what it was. Y'all know who it is. And you tuned in with Priceless Knowledge Yourself. And I figured I'd put y'all down with a little cosmic insight for today. And say, man, it's Tuesday. So we're going to jump back off into this Mercury series. And in doing so, we might as well get off in the kayak and see what's cracking in the water. So this right here, this is a little something about those people that have Mercury and Pisces in their natal chart. And before I even go there, as I do every single time, I'm going to bring y'all a little bit about Mercury in astrology. And I'll also give a quick breakdown about the sign of Pisces in astrology. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get it cracking, y'all. What is Mercury? Mercury is the closest planet in relation to the sun in the whole entire solar system. Matter of fact, it's never more than 28 degrees away from the sun, and it only takes 88 days to go through its whole entire orbit. It's named after the winged messenger of the gods, which in Greek mythology is Hermes, but in Roman mythology, it's Mercury. It rules over communication, intellect, logic, reasoning, cognitive awareness. It's about how we think and how our mind works. When someone refers to something as having a mercurial nature, what comes to mind for me is restlessness, motion, and frictious energy. It's also all about how we create and express our thought processes. You know, Mercury moves quickly and things happen fast with it. So it's all about quick wit, quick thinking, possibilities, opinions, reasoning, and their ability to rationalize shit. Mercurial energy can be both good and bad, but either way, it's going to be energizing and enlightening. This planet pretty much prompts us to move forward from thing to thing and learn as much as we can as quickly as possible on both the physical and a psychological level. Mercury rules the 3rd and the 6th house of the zodiac chart, as well as the signs of Gemini and Virgo. It's about short trips, transportation in general, speaking, writing, online communication, books, learning. It can speak about our mental and our physical health as well. It's neither masculine or feminine energetically, and it kind of takes on the gender of the sign that it's in. So, what's the sign of Pisces? Pisces is the 12th sign of the zodiac. It rules the 12th house. Its symbol is the 2 fishes. It's co-ruled by both Neptune and Jupiter. It rules over the feet and the liver. And its mantra for me is, I believe. And what we have here, is mutable water, y'all. And the thing you always got to remember when fooling with Pisces is it's the 12th and final sign of the zodiac. So it can embody any of the characteristics of all the 11 signs that came before it. But Pisces kind of keeps that on the low. This is internally focused energy. It's selfless, spiritual, and focused on the inner journey. This energy is all about what we're feeling as well as the feelings of others. Intuition is highly evolved with the sign of Pisces. It's the sign of dreams, fantasies, and the spiritual realm. And being symbolized by the fish, it's also pretty slippery to pin down. It really is. But as I tell y'all every single time, wherever Pisces shows up in the chart, it's going to give you a main line to the divine. Okay? So, what about these motherfuckers that have Mercury in Pisces in their natal chart? The main thing that I think of about these particular people is like they have transcendental thoughts and a divinely inspired mind. In Pisces, Mercury sees life much more like an abstract impressionistic painting than one done in what's the so-called real lifestyle. Sounds, images, shapes, fractals, memories, psychic impressions, emotional tones, and spiritual experiences are all absorbed as part of their overall perception. Not to mention the realms that are beyond this one that they're kind of always tuned into. Those with their Mercury place here pick up on every little subtlety in their atmosphere. And that's all the shit that other motherfuckers probably ain't on the right frequency to pick up on either. Like, they tuned in. And they're very psychic and empathic, as Pisces energy tends to be. They kind of have this dreamy outlook though. And they seem like they're kind of tuned in to a distant source or an inner vision. And truth be told, they probably are. They usually are. And they're not crazy. They tuned in. They operating, communicating at a much higher frequency than most individuals. The psychic attunement that they have, it can really trip you out. Because they have this eerie link to other people. Even motherfuckers that they ain't seen in years. Like, they have a link to them. A psychic link. Mercury or Pisces individuals probably have extremely vivid dreams too. Probably lucid ones at that. Where they link up with their friends and communicate and see those that are on the other side. Like I always say, Pisces, Mercury in Pisces gives you a main line to the divine. And you're going to receive messages because Mercury is the planet of messages, or the messenger planet, that are both worldly and otherworldly. And for those of us that aren't, familiar with or comfortable with that type of thing, it can make you uneasy knowing that these people are sitting there talking or dealing with something that you can't see, hear, or maybe even feel. But they're not crazy. You got to understand that in Pisces, the mind is much more guided by the emotions and imaginative impressions than by concrete logic. And being mutable water, this Mercury kind of spirals and talks in these voluptuous circles rather than a straight line. But that's cool because the shit that they say often sheds light on something in a way that nobody else can, or sheds light on something that other people were never even able to perceive with this superficial level of understanding that they have. Mercury and Pisces people probably get real motherfucking irritated and overwhelmed by loud ass environments and like the psychic static of larger crowds. Cause as I said a minute ago, they are extremely sensitive to their environment. Their mind is the ultimate psychic sponge, which can present both a blessing and a challenge depending on the circumstances though. Either way, they're going to need ample time to reflect and unwind their thoughts. And they're really going to need to create some kind of safe space so they can listen to to their own rich inner narrative that they have. Because what they have going on inside is, to some people, it's unfathomable. The shadow side, I will say, of this placement is that the immense danger of self-deception. Because when you can believe certain shit that is really only true in your own mind, it kind of makes lying almost seem permissible in a way, which it really ain't. It ain't right. Pardon me. You got to find some way how to keep it real. On a more positive note though, these motherfuckers are naturally artistically creative people. And they're probably often drawn to music, which a lot of them, they feel like music is the only way that they could really genuinely express themselves. The way, and even with the words that they use, like, it's beautiful. It's out of this world. The Mercury in Pisces native presents a mind that's like fully capable of dwelling within the realm of imagination, who can magnificently bring their visions to life creatively with the healing aspect to whatever they share, because it's always going to strike others as something that's divinely inspired. The words they use in poetry or in songs, you're going to be like, man. But what you got to understand is, with that main line to the divine, you won't be able to understand. Because the ways of heaven are not to be known to the ways of man. But Mercury and Pisces people have a little insight into the ways of heaven that others probably don't. I say that they're also usually extremely soft-spoken with this gentle social touch. But that innate sense of trust and good, it can make them easy prey for narcissistic motherfuckers, fuck niggas, and what a lot of us like to call energy vampires. And my advice for y'all born with this placement is to find some way to be able to snap the fuck out of it sometimes and learn how to be present in this motherfucking density. You have eternity to spend on the other side. So let's make the most out of this incredibly tantalizing existence that we're having. Because you chose this motherfucker, so why not be here? This time that we have here in this realm is short as a motherfucker. You gotta be here, man. You can deal with that whenever. Life will pass you by if you don't learn how to get on point, Mercury and Pisces. And you can't escape everything. So stop trying. The things that you're doing to yourself are not healthy. Matter of fact, they're a lot less healthy than the things you're trying to run away from. But hey, this is your life, man. And what you do with it is what you do with it. But understand that no matter where you got Mercury placed, man, you ain't got to feed into the bullshit. Hey, I appreciate all the love and support, man. Understand, no matter what the fuck you got going on, just because you built like that, don't mean you got to build like that. If you're fooling with me, please like, share, and subscribe. Hey, hit that like button even if you ain't fooling with me. And get me out there so I can help somebody that might need to. If you're interested in the astrological readings whatsoever, you can either hit me up in the comments below or email me at mr.turner1300@gmail.com. Say, man, you gotta be careful, motherfucker. Got Mercury and Pisces out here, man. They will dip off on your ass. Y'all keep it real until later on when I bring y'all a little something about the opposite end of the spectrum, which is those people that have Mercury and Virgo in their natal chart. The details. I'll holler at y'all.